everyone. I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings. We are going to do the Gemini Weekly Tarotscope. Keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus placements, because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all that information in the description box. Let's see what you guys have going on this week. We're just going to start by pulling some message cards for you. See what wants to come up. I am kind of getting right off the bat that there's a lot of depth to whatever you're dealing with. Like, it goes very deep. It's not just going to be a simple solution. It's not just a black and white answer right now. There's not even just a right or wrong right now, because there's so much depth to the situation that you're dealing with. It goes beyond the surface level. If it's a relationship that you're dealing with, and you're having some sort of issues with, I don't feel that it's even just a matter of the situation at hand right now. I feel like there's more depth to it. There's more people involved. And so don't make any rash decisions or quick assumptions. Like, there's much more involved. Okay, so I don't say this to encourage anybody to stay in any kind of negative situation, right? But I feel like whatever you are dealing with right now, especially in regards if it involves a relationship with another person, it's very important not just to like quickly run away from this, or again, don't make any quick decisions, because I feel like this is very similar to the Taurus reading, and it might just be like the collective energy that we're dealing right now. If you've been dealing with the same types of cycles in your relationships, if you've been dealing with the same types of issues, if you keep feeling, that this person keeps showing you the same energy, or you keep getting into third party situations, whatever it is, if it's been something that has been a repeated cycle for a long period of time, before you decide to end this, walk away from this, or make whatever, black and white decision, you need to look at what this relationship is trying to teach you about yourself. Because what people show us and give us in relationships, the way people treat us, is a reflection of how we see ourselves. And so if somebody is showing you that they don't value you, that's also a message to you that you need to show more value within yourself. I feel like for some of you, you might be very devoted to fixing a relationship or bringing a relationship together, or you might have been very devoted to another person. But it's like, I feel like you might be, there's like a something off within the boundaries. It's like going out of your way to help and fix this person in hopes that that will make your relationship better. But there needs to be boundaries in that. You need to put that energy into yourself. Especially if you're dealing with somebody that doesn't seem to be taking any kind of responsibility for the relationship, for their actions, for their issues, for whatever issues you perceive to be in the relationship. If you're dealing with somebody that's not taking ownership or not taking responsibility, and you're fighting to try to take responsibility, you're not doing yourself any good. You're just putting yourself in a negative cycle where you're going to be the one that is always dealing with their issues instead of your needs and the relationship. I feel like it's really important to not necessarily devote your energy to healing a specific relationship, but devoting yourself and your energy to healing the cycles that you see repeated in your relationships right now. And I feel like it's really important that you put up more boundaries in your relationships. All right, let's see what else wants to come up for you. There's a better way to express yourself in order to get the results that you're looking for, in order to manifest what you want, in order to be understood and seen by other people. I feel like there's something that needs to be expressed. There's an aspect of yourself that you need to be expressing more. And it's not so much the wisdom that you hold, the perception that you hold, the truth that you perceive. Not that that's not valuable. But the expression needs to come more from your sacral chakra energy, um, your passions, your desires, your confidence, your creativity. I kind of feel like you've been really working towards some sort of shift, some sort of transformation. And I kind of feel like it's almost like you feel like everything is all of a sudden coming up against you. It's like all of a sudden you're being very triggered, or people are challenging you, people are challenging what you believe, people are challenging your desires. It's like something has come in and like put a bump on your path or put a detour on your path. It's triggering your lower chakra energy. It's triggering your sacral chakra, your solar plexus chakra. And it's triggering that because there are desires, there's energy within yourself that you haven't acknowledged. There's action that you have been preventing yourself from taking, or feeling like you've been unable to take certain action. There's certain desires that you haven't been able to fully express. You've been focused more on nurturing and protecting, and the focus needs to shift towards your passionate energy, towards your desires, towards those more, not to sound stupid, but like sensual needs. I feel like that's what's being triggered, because you've been going about this situation in a way of trying to nurture it and protect it, and take all your wisdom and put all your wisdom into this and your insight. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like it needs more oomph. It needs more passion. There's something that you have not, there's needs within yourself that you have not acknowledged. You've been trying to make things comfortable for everything else, or for everyone else, and not yourself. And that's where the attention needs to be shifted to. That's where the expression needs to come from. Because whether it appears like it or not, the situation is manifesting in the way that you want it to. There just seems to be a lot of chaos surrounding it right now. Or you're receiving the acknowledgement and the abundance that you're looking for, but there needs to be an expression first. You need to be speaking on something in order to get yourself to the next level. Yeah, it's like you have this really beautiful opportunity in front of you for love and for healing within love as well. Especially healing specific relationships, especially healing relationships to get them to the next level, healing any third party energy even. There's this beautiful opportunity that you're sitting in, but there's something in terms of expression and what is being communicated that is making this a challenge. It's like triggering more wounds than anything. And it's like the same past battles are being fought. But it's simply because there's something within the communication that is challenging. There's more clarity that needs to come with the communication, especially within what you're communicating. Yeah, this is really similar to the Taurus reading. So if you have Taurus in your chart or you're connected to a Taurus, um, you might want to check that reading out. It's like you have this opportunity to get past this negative cycle that you feel that you've been stuck in. But it requires looking at it from a new perspective. It requires moving forward in a different way. It also, again, there needs to, it's like shifting the focus and the energy, not so much to fixing this specific relationship or dealing with a specific person, but more along the lines of shifting to make your relationships better, or shifting the way that you approach relationships, or learning from the issues that have been very prominent in your relationships. It's like you're fighting the same past energy, and your instant fear is, oh, here we go again. I'm in the same situation again. It's the same thing. And instead of seeing it as an external threat, it's like asking you to look within and ask what you need, what you can learn from this. I think you're looking for, it's like you're looking for validation that what you feel and what you believe is correct. And you're going to receive validation for that regardless of where you're looking, if that makes sense. And so instead of looking for reasons that this person is going to fuck you over, um look and see what this is teaching you, because I feel like you energetically are in the position to bring the change that you want in this relationship, regardless of what that change is. And again, I'm not saying to stay in toxic relationships, I'm not saying anything like that, um but the opportunity is there to level up in your love life. But instead of looking for validation from this person or from this situation, I feel like it's important to take note that you are feeling very betrayed right now. Something has came back up and not only triggered something difficult in the relationship that you're dealing with, but it brought up um, how many times this has happened in the past. And so you're not just feeling wounded from what happened this week, you're feeling wounded from how many times this has happened in the past, not just with this person, with other people. And that's what's important to keep in mind, that this has not just come from this one situation, this has come from before. And this is not to say that you're doing anything wrong. Um, there's just something that you're needing to look at differently within yourself. There's something that you need to be bringing to the table and be expressing and showing in your relationships with other people. And I feel like you have a tendency to put that on the back burner. I feel like you have a tendency to want to be more of a nurturer, want to be more of a caretaker. You might um have this underlying feeling that you need to prove to other people that you're the best option, and just stepping into a relationship with that energy is going to bring imbalance, right? So instead of trying to fix this situation or understand this relationship by making a decision one way or the other, whether I'm going to stay or whether I'm going to go, whether this person is right for me or wrong for me, instead of looking at it in that perspective, ask yourself what this is teaching you about yourself and where you're limiting yourself, especially within your sacral chakra energy, especially within your desires, in within how you express yourself. um, even within the power struggles in relationships. And it's like, by seeing that, you're putting yourself in a position of power where whatever decision you make, everything is going to follow in the way that it needs to. This is your decision to make. This is not out of your hands. This is up to you what you want. But this is helping you close out a cycle that has repeated itself consistently in your relationships. And this is, again, it's bigger than what you may be seeing with the situation right now. It goes a lot deeper. This is a karmic energy that you're needing to understand at a deeper level. It's not just a relationship issue. All right. Have a good week. Bye-bye.